Hello, this is Karina from Piddix. In the first video, we went over how to add your own artwork to this pre-existing template. Now in this one, we're going to go over several different ways to customize the template to really make it your own. One of the easiest ways to do that is to add your own backgrounds. First, what we'll do is make sure that the auto select layer is turned off. Then we'll go over to our layers and click on backgrounds, since this is where we're going to add your own backgrounds. I have a TIFF open over here, it could be a JPEG as well. This is just a scan I made of some watercolor background. I'll just drag it on over. This is a chipboard, so I'm going to label it chipboard over here so I don't mess up over here. This one is a watercolor background. Now sometimes when you drag things over, if you want to change it, you'll say, well, see how these colors are really fighting. If I want to make it match the pink a little bit better. What I'll do is make a folder, put this into the folder, name the folder. Now make sure you add this to normal. That way nothing below it will change. Well, any layers that you add will only affect the watercolor. And I'm going to let's try hue and maybe colorize this just a little bit. Change the color, up the saturation a bit. And when you start to like it, see how it's starting to match some of those pinks. I'm also going to reduce the opacity just a little bit so it's not fighting with the images in front of it. One of the sources that you can use for coming up with different background ideas is your artwork itself. So another idea, turn these off. This is the dictionary page from 1910. I'm going to move it to the right spot. Come on. There we go. Probably the first thing you'll notice is how much this is fighting with the images in front. You really want the images in front to be the focus. So I'm going to reduce the opacity on this one quite a bit. Let's try, there's 10%. Now what you'll notice is it's something showing through back here. So you make sure that all of the other layers behind it are turned off, except for the white. You can do the exact same thing with Illustrator files. So this file here is the same as this cake top. Drag it over. Since I'm Illustrator, I'm going to hit return to place it. Let's just take a second while it's placing, move it into place. There we go. I'm going to reduce the opacity on this one quite a bit as well. Let's try 15. Turn off the layer below it. Now one more trick that I like to do that's similar is you can sometimes take some of these little details in your artwork and add it to the background as well. Maybe you take some of these flowers and put it over here. For this, I'm going to turn on auto select, move my logo over just a bit. I'm going to click up at the top because what I want to grab I'm going to put on top of everything. So this little bird, which comes from this vase, I'm going to drag this guy over, kind of like a little mascot. Place it, move it on down, and there you go. Several different ways to customize your images in your template to really make it your own. Thanks so much.